Finally tonight, a farmer who just would not give up, digging in his field in Michigan when he thought he hit a fence post.
It was an adult male, probably in its 40s at the time of its death, probably lived between 10,000 and 15,000 years ago.
Hidden mysteries await discovery beneath the conventional facades of daily backyards. From buried jewels to lost relics of the past, imagine the surprise of a Silicon Valley homeowner when landscapers uncovered a buried convertible Mercedes-Benz. The discovery, hidden beneath layers of soil and neglected bags of concrete, raises fascinating issues. Was it just a forgotten automobile, or did its burial conceal deeper secrets? Who buried the automobile? And for what reason? Was there any foul play, or is there a more straightforward explanation? The Michigan discovery awaits at the end of this film. But first, prepare to be astounded by the other 19 incredible discoveries. Stay tuned until the end to discover them all.
The vehicle was possibly buried sometime in the 1990s and was buried approximately 4 to 6 feet underground.
Number 20. Hidden whiskey. Nick Drummond and Patrick Beeler, residents of Ames, New York, began a remodeling effort for their historic home, only to discover an astounding secret. The house, rumored to have been built by a bootlegger, has a hidden stash of over 66 bottles of Prohibition-era whiskey concealed within its walls and floorboards. The finding came unexpectedly during substantial renovations that began just a year after the couple moved in. Nick, who has a passion for history and design, discovered the first set of whiskey bottles while working in the mudroom. As he removed some skirting, a surprising parcel dropped out, revealing whiskey bottles wrapped in tissue paper and straw. Further examination of the house revealed many more bottles, each providing a fascinating look into the home's unique history. The booze, known as Old Smuggler Gaelic whiskey, had been hidden by the home's original owner, Count Adolf Humpfer, a man mired in mystery and intrigue. Nick's social media posts about the finding rapidly went viral, piquing interest in the house's illustrious history and mysterious prior occupant. The pair intends to keep the empty bottles as memories of their incredible find, while considering selling the complete bottles, each worth around $11,000. Their discovery not only adds a depth of historical mystery to their home, but also emphasizes the allure of discovering hidden gems that light the past and fascinate imaginations today. Number 19. Sarcophagus. Archaeologists in Alexandria, Egypt, recently unearthed a spectacular discovery that has sparked global interest. A large black granite sarcophagus that has remained unchanged for nearly 2,000 years. Speculations about its contents varied from the remains of Alexander the Great to the possibility of a terrible curse. When they opened the sarcophagus, amid much anticipation and concern, they saw 3 skeletons buried in foul-smelling red-brown sewage water. The overwhelming odor escaping from the sarcophagus prompted the team to seek assistance from military engineers in fully opening the tomb. Inside, they discovered 3 skeletons believed to be ancient Egyptian army officers, the only remains preserved over millennia. This arrangement represented a family burial, offering a moving peek into old funerary rituals. Mustafa Waziri, Secretary General of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, responded quickly to allay widespread anxieties about curses, assuring them that no such supernatural tragedy had occurred. Concerns about potential hazardous gases prompted measures at the location, although experts discounted the idea of a mummy's curse causing harm. The sarcophagus is a marvel, an unbroken specimen that stands about 6.5 feet tall, 10 feet long, and weighs an astonishing 27 tons, making it the largest of its type ever discovered. Its discovery, which dates from the early Ptolemaic period after Alexander the Great's death in 323 BC, provides unique insights on ancient Egyptian burial rituals and colossal craftsmanship of the time. Number 18. Hidden treasure. Matthew and Maria Emanuel of Staten Island, New York, experienced an unexpected turn of events while planting new trees on their property. As they excavated, they discovered a corroded, decomposing metal box buried beneath the ground. To their surprise, the box held a treasure trove worth $222,000, including gold, gems, jade, and bundles of moist $100 notes. After living in their home for 4 years with no idea of the hidden riches, the Emanuels were overjoyed with their discovery, characterizing it as a boyhood dream come true. Their joy quickly changed to dismay when they realized that the contents of the safe had been stolen from their neighbors 7 years prior in a burglary reported to the New York Police Department. Inside the safe, the Emanuels discovered an address that directed them to the rightful owners of the stolen valuables. Despite some doubts about their decision to return such a rich haul, the Emanuels decided it was the correct thing to do. They highlighted that the wealth did not belong to them and felt forced to return it to its proper owners. In honor of this extraordinary incident, the Emanuels erected a white elephant statue in the location where the safe was discovered. Number 17, Enigmalith. Back in 1998, while trekking in North America, an electrical engineer called John J. Williams came across a unique triple plug poking from solid granite. This cryptic discovery, now commonly known as the Enigmalith, baffled Williams right once because of its distant position, far from any towns or industrial areas. Intrigued, Williams delved deeper and discovered a device embedded in the rock. He chose to keep the exact location of his discovery hidden, which raised doubts among some scholars regarding its veracity. Despite the secrecy, a few scientists have been able to investigate it. Geological tests on the surrounding rock revealed an extraordinary age of at least 100,000 years, defying traditional understandings of ancient technology. X-ray studies indicated that the Enigmalith has an opaque interior structure and is neither glued or welded into the rock. It also has low magnetic characteristics and a high impedance between its pins, similar to electronic XLR connections seen in modern technology. Williams proposed that the Enigmalith could be an artifact from an advanced ancient culture or possibly alien origin. Both possibilities pique Williams' interest, and he is open to further scientific inquiry as long as the rock and its contents stay intact. Number 16. Viking Tomb. While excavating for a new house in Oslo, archaeologists uncovered an exciting discovery: a Viking tomb filled with antique relics. This burial site, located on a prominent hill with magnificent views, was once part of a valley through which the Holland wave stream flowed in antiquity. The artifacts discovered were remnants of a soapstone cup, a penannular brooch, 2 knives, horse equipment, and a shield boss. One of the most notable discoveries was a penannular brooch from around 850 AD, which helped archaeologists determine the grave's Viking Age origins. This discovery not only provides insight into Viking burial rituals and practices, but also throws light on the region's cultural and historical landscape at the time. Preliminary examinations indicate that the grave likely belonged to a male based on the nature of the artifacts discovered alongside him. These items are now in the custody of the Museum of Cultural History in Oslo, where they will be thoroughly examined and researched. The excavation site has inspired interest among archaeologists and historians alike, providing a concrete link to the past while also increasing our understanding of Viking civilization in Norway. Each relic contains clues that help to understand the secrets of Viking life, funeral rites, and societal systems, making this discovery an essential addition to the study of European medieval history. Number 15. Dinosaur Tale. Paleontologists in northern Mexico discovered a spectacular find: a gigantic dinosaur tail buried below, spanning around 16 feet in length and made up of 50 vertebrae. This well-preserved tail is thought to have belonged to a hadrosaur, a kind of duck-billed dinosaur that lived approximately 72 million years ago. Hadrosaurs were notable for their vast size, with tails reaching up to 40 feet in length, making them roughly half the size of the dinosaur's body. Locals found the tail stuck in sedimentary rock in the Coahuila Desert region. Surprisingly, this is the first entire dinosaur tail of this size discovered in Mexico, and one of only a few globally. This location has previously supplied dinosaur fossils, including another hadrosaur named Coahuilensis, which was found in 2008, suggesting the ubiquity of these dinosaurs in antiquity. Paleontologists from the Mexican National Institute for Anthropology and History and the National Autonomous University of Mexico spearheaded the excavation activities. After a year of exploring the area, they discovered not only the tail vertebrae but also other bones, including a hip bone, indicating the possibility of more extensive remains deeper under the rock layers. To allow for the meticulous retrieval of these widespread bones, the excavation area was increased to 13 by 26 feet. This expansion enabled the researchers to carefully excavate and study the dinosaurs' remains, revealing vital insights into Mexico's ancient ecology and the evolutionary history of hadrosaurs in the region. Number 14. Roman Villa. During a routine refurbishment in Wiltshire, Luke Irwin discovered a well-preserved Roman villa going back 1,400 years. While putting an electrical cable in his barn, Luke made an unexpected discovery: an exquisitely constructed mosaic concealed below. This accidental discovery inspired historic England and Salisbury Museum archaeologists to work together to explore the site. The home, thought to have belonged to a wealthy Roman family, provided tantalizing glimpses of luxury ancient existence. Archaeologists discovered hundreds of oyster shells, high-status pottery, coins, brooches, and the remains of hunting animals. These artifacts shed light on Roman life in Britain, demonstrating the gastronomic preferences, social rank, and daily activities of the villa's inhabitants at the time. Luke Irwin, a designer who is passionate about historic preservation, was astounded by the discovery's significance and uniqueness. His partnership with archaeologists not only unearthed tangible traces of the past, but also demonstrated the importance of protecting and comprehending cultural heritage. Number 13. Mary Graham's Lost Ring. Mary Graham's story from Alberta, Canada, is about serendipity and emotional rediscovery. Mary kept the loss of her cherished diamond ring a secret for more than a decade. The unexpected turn of events came during a regular harvest on the family farm when her daughter-in-law made a spectacular discovery that would reunite Mary with her prized property. For 13 years, Mary Graham carried the weight of her lost ring in silence. It wasn't just any ring, it had sentimental value that outweighed its monetary worth. Mary's initial shame and subsequent choice to replace the ring demonstrated the intensity of her relationship and desire to conceal the loss from those closest to her, with the exception of her son. The finding occurred in a relatively commonplace setting, a vegetable patch on the family farm. Colleen Daly, Mary's daughter-in-law, discovered the lost ring surrounded by a carrot that had grown through the center. This implausible preservation in the soil symbolized the passage of time and the unforeseen ways in which nature might intervene to protect valuable possessions. Number 12. Dagger. While hiking along a river in Drozgów, Poland, Karol Czerwinski felt compelled to pick up a fascinating stone, a common experience for parents who have discovered gems in their children's pockets. Little did he know, this wasn't just any stone but an ancient item that would provide insight into Poland's prehistoric history. On April 8th, the Lublin Provincial Conservator of Monuments posted on Facebook that Czerwinski discovered a well-preserved bladed dagger from at least 6,000 years ago. Archaeologists quickly identified the dagger as being from the Neolithic Lublin-Volhynia civilization, which flourished in southeastern Poland between 4,100 and 3,500 BC. The dagger is about 5 inches long and has a beautiful ombre of brown tones, ranging from a light tan near the hilt to a deeper brown at the pointed end. One edge has unusual ribbing, which contrasts with the smooth underside shown in images given by the conservator. The value of this relic extends beyond its aesthetic appeal. In the Lublin-Volhynia culture, bladed daggers served both utilitarian and symbolic purposes. While the actual use of this particular dagger is unknown, researchers believe it may have belonged to a person of great status due to its craftsmanship and the cultural context of comparable findings. These daggers were frequently put in tombs, with the quality and placement serving as symbols of the deceased's social standing. Karol Czerwinski's decision to submit the dagger to authorities allows for further investigation, revealing additional details regarding its use and importance. The item will eventually find a permanent home in the National Museum in Lublin, where it will help to advance scholarship and public knowledge of Poland's ancient history. Number 11. Fallout Shelter. A homeowner's regular excavation in an Arizona suburb unearthed a Cold War relic, a perfectly built fallout shelter. John Sims, the homeowner, and a Reddit member, discovered this historical treasure after receiving a tip from the previous owner of the house. Whitaker Pools built the bunker in 1961, reflecting the anxieties and precautions of the time. The discovery of the fallout shelter was aided by historical data and current technologies. Sims used city records and a metal detector to precisely trace the shelter's placement beneath his garden. Its design, which included concrete walls and a fiberglass dome, indicated rigorous planning and engineering work geared at providing safety in the event of a nuclear threat. Descending into the bunker revealed an empty interior devoid of the supplies and furniture that would have formerly been stored there during its working days. Despite its bleak appearance, Sims saw the shelter's potential as a tangible link to a difficult moment in history. His decision to restore the shelter to its original state reflected a wish to preserve and recognize its historical value, transforming it into a living witness to the worries and preparations of the Cold War period. The shelter's location in Tucson, Arizona, a city that formerly hosted intercontinental ballistic missiles with nuclear weapons, adds significance to its discovery. The closeness of such weapons highlighted the Cold War's heightened tensions and global stakes, in stark contrast to the tranquil suburban landscape that currently surrounds Sims' backyard. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz. Landscapers in Silicon Valley were surprised to uncover a buried convertible Mercedes-Benz in a garden filled with empty concrete bags. The car has been kept underground for about 30 years, since the 1990s. Initially, the discovery took a dramatic turn when cadaver dogs detected the existence of human remains nearby. Despite initial concerns, a comprehensive excavation and inspection discovered no human remains linked to the buried car. The Mercedes-Benz was found at a depth of 4 to 5 feet and then brought to a crime lab for additional investigation. Ground-penetrating radar scans performed during the inquiry revealed no suspicious activity or additional items buried in the car. This discovery has piqued the interest of both neighbors and law enforcement, who are curious as to why and how the vehicle ended up buried in the backyard. Speculations regarding the car's hidden history and its relationship to events or people from decades ago continue to swirl. However, without conclusive evidence of foul play or criminal behavior involving the buried vehicle, the situation is subject to interpretation. Number 9. Ancient treasure. Officials in Izmir, Turkey, recently unearthed an unexpected find that shed light on the city's rich history. Excavators discovered a concealed hole leading to an old Roman column as they navigated Izmir's streets. This column plummeted into a wonderfully well-preserved 2,700-year-old home, exposing exquisite architectural elements from the early Roman period. The mansion, thought to have belonged to a wealthy family, provides insight into ancient lives and social structures. However, the excavation that uncovered this archaeological marvel was not allowed. As a result, Turkish authorities apprehended 3 individuals in the unlawful dig, exposing the legal and ethical issues surrounding such findings. Other notable discoveries have emerged from Izmir's recent archaeological endeavors. These include a roughly 2,000-year-old amphitheater and a communal toilet that was most likely used by performers, both of which provide insight into Roman daily life. Furthermore, a settlement dating back to 2000 BC was discovered. demonstrating Izmir's importance as a trading center during the Bronze Age. These finds highlight Izmir's historical significance and the ongoing efforts to conserve and understand its ancient legacy. Number 8. Motorcycle from war. While assisting his neighbors in dealing with an ant colony in their backyard, Peter Dell discovered a buried motorcycle frame that he believes dates back to the wartime years. This discovery brought back recollections of a conversation Peter had years ago with a visitor from Hampshire, who casually mentioned a motorcycle buried in or near a well on the property just after World War II. Peter hadn't given it much thought at the time, but he now believes he's found the motorcycle the man was referring to. The discovery occurred during a garden party at Peter's neighbor's house when he spotted a massive hole in the ground while digging up an ant nest. As he dug deeper, the buried motorcycle frame was revealed, triggering Peter's memories of the previous talk. Peter is now determined, driven by curiosity and historical intrigue, to find the mystery guy from Hampshire who inquired about the buried machine many years ago. The significance of this finding goes beyond the simple discovery of a motorcycle frame buried underneath. It connects Peter's current neighborhood to a historical mystery that began after World War II. Unearthing objects from this era not only broadens our awareness of local histories, but also demonstrates the enduring interest in discovering hidden relics that provide views into the past. Peter's search for the person who gave this intriguing tidbit decades ago indicates a desire to link together shards of history and possibly shed light on a lost or unreported event from wartime Britain. Number 7. Skullstone. Emily Hoffman of Seattle had an unexpected meeting with what seemed to be submerged stone skulls in her new garden. Emily was taken aback at first because she mistook them for real skulls, but a closer study revealed that they were actually concrete stones, ingeniously placed to seem like skulls. The previous tenant purposefully placed these stones as stepping stones to keep the backyard from becoming muddy during heavy rain. Emily's discovery attracted considerable attention after she posted it to TikTok, where her video soon went viral. The former tenant responded to Emily's film with a TikTok explaining the practical function of the skull-shaped stones. This answer heightened the excitement and viral phenomenon surrounding Emily's garden discovery. Despite their creepy appearance, Emily has decided to preserve the skull stones. She intends to restore some of them and has even joked about giving them names. This unusual twist on her garden drama demonstrates how unexpected discoveries may pique curiosity and community engagement, transforming ordinary areas into stories of intrigue and humor. Number 6. Hidden tunnel. A startling find was made beneath Mumbai's JJ Hospital recently during routine checks for water leaks at the nursing college building. A 32-year-old tunnel from the British era. The tunnel, 650 feet long, was discovered shut at one end and is thought to have been part of the Sir Jamsetji Jijibhoy Manekji Petit Hospital for Women and Children, which was later converted into a nursing college. Dr. Aaron Rathod, the hospital's resident medical officer, described the tunnel as around 4.5 feet tall with brick pillars and accessible via a sealed air duct. Lord Ray, the governor of Bombay, laid the foundation stone for the hospital on January 27, 1890. Former hospital employees have theorized that an adjacent British-era structure may possibly have a similar tunnel system, but this connection has yet to be confirmed. The tunnel's exact purpose is unknown, adding to the excitement surrounding its discovery. Recognizing the historical significance of the discovery, the Mumbai Collector and the Maharashtra Archaeology Department were both notified, given the building's heritage classification. This unexpected discovery not only sheds information on Mumbai's architectural and infrastructure history, but also highlights the painstaking craftsmanship and design of colonial-era structures. Number 5. Gold coins. In February 2013, a couple in Northern California made an incredible find while walking their dog on their property. They discovered a stash of rare gold coins worth $10 million hidden underground near an ancient tree. The hoard included 1,500 coins ranging from 1847 to 1894, all in excellent condition, with some so rare that they could fetch nearly $1 million on the market. This discovery, frequently the stuff of childhood imaginations and lifelong quests for treasure hunters, is thought to have been buried during the California Gold Rush era as a makeshift form of banking, only to be forgotten over time. David Hall of the Professional Coin Grading Service confirmed the discovery, praising it as one of the most immense buried treasures ever recovered in the United States. Choosing to remain anonymous, the couple discovered the coins in 8 cans along a track they had been using for years. They intend to sell the majority of the coins on Amazon while retaining a handful as souvenirs. The revenues will be used to repay debts and support local organizations, demonstrating their desire to share their unexpected windfall with their community. Number 4. Hidden Well. Brian Day of South Edmonton made a surprising discovery after 25 years of living in his home, a perilous 50-foot-deep well hidden beneath his lawn. Brian discovered the well after seeing a slight depression in his yard, encouraging him to examine it more deeply. Upon excavating, he found a large hole beneath the sod, which could endanger his family's safety. Recognizing the magnitude of the situation, Brian acted quickly to handle the danger. He opted to fill the well with 212 cubic feet of concrete, making sure it was well sealed. This proactive strategy was critical to avoiding any inadvertent accidents or injuries, especially given the depth and risk involved. Despite his prudent acts, Brian faced a legal challenge. The well had been erroneously mapped or omitted from documents, but according to provincial legislation, the property owner is ordinarily responsible for filling abandoned wells. This legal obligation complicated Brian's predicament, emphasizing the necessity of regulatory compliance and ensuring that property owners are aware of and follow local rules governing abandoned wells. Number 3. Dinosaur Fossil. In an ordinary garden in Portugal, what could be Europe's most significant dinosaur remains have been discovered. The excavation began in 2017, when the property owner discovered fossilized bone fragments and immediately contacted specialists from the University of Lisbon, as well as Spanish and Portuguese paleontologists. Recently, they found vertebrae and ribs believed to be from a Brachiosaurus sauropod, one of the most enormous dinosaurs known to live. This discovery is interesting scientifically since it is rare to locate a whole set of ribs in their original anatomical location. Sauropods, including the Brachiosaurus, were giant herbivores with long necks and 4 legs. The bones show that this dinosaur was roughly 40 feet tall and 80 feet long. The skeleton was discovered embedded in Upper Jurassic sedimentary strata, indicating an age of around 150 million years. This discovery not only improves our understanding of ancient Europe's biodiversity and geological history, but also demonstrates the possibility of unexpected findings in everyday contexts. It focuses on the combined efforts of academics and local people in discovering and preserving key paleontological finds, providing views into the distant past and the spectacular creatures that once walked the earth. Number 2. Hidden Shelter. The Zwick family of Neenah, Wisconsin, discovered an unexpected find while digging in their backyard, a fully filled Cold War-era fallout shelter. This shelter, unveiled like a time capsule from the 1960s, was lovingly built by the former owner of the home. The Zwick family's 2010 exploration of the bunker was a spectacular excursion into the past. Inside, they discovered a wide range of items required for survival underground for up to 2 weeks, including food, clothing, medical supplies, and tools. Interestingly, these things have stayed exceptionally well preserved, providing a real peek into Cold War preparations and worries. The mundane goods, frozen in time, such as a phone directory, heightened the fascination. These items provided a glimpse into living during that tumultuous moment of global history when the threat of nuclear war loomed large. The finding revealed not only the practical preparations undertaken by individuals and families, but also the cultural and societal background of the time, all contained within the limits of a backyard fallout shelter. For the Zwick family, this unexpected discovery provided not only historical curiosity but also a link to the previous residents of their homes and neighborhoods. It emphasized the persistent interest in Cold War relics while also serving as a heartbreaking reminder of how commonplace spaces can conceal remarkable secrets from our collective history. Number 1. Woolly Mammoth Pelvis. Once upon a time in southern Michigan, farmer James Bristle was tending his soybean field when his everyday work took an unexpected turn. While cultivating the area, he accidentally struck something hard, which was buried under the dirt. James initially mistook it for an old fence post, but soon realized it was something far more extraordinary. A fragment of an ancient woolly mammoth pelvis. The discovery not only surprised James, but also aroused enthusiasm among his acquaintances, notably his little grandson, who marveled at the find. Recognizing the significance of his discovery, James immediately called experts at the University of Michigan to report his incredible discoveries. The woolly mammoth pelvis discovered by James Bristle provides an intriguing peek into prehistoric periods when these magnificent creatures roamed the planet. The discovery is remarkable, not just because of its rarity, but also because it has the potential to improve our understanding of ancient ecosystems and woolly mammoths throughout the Ice Age. This surprising discovery highlights the unpredictable nature of archaeological and paleontological finds, even in relatively mundane contexts, such as agricultural fields. It emphasizes the significance of attentiveness and curiosity in discovering our natural and cultural history, encouraging people like James Bristle to submit their findings to specialists for further investigation and preservation. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more interesting ones.